How you going, guys? Right, so I'm going to give you the ghetto rig. I'll show you the first one I ever made of these and how I've done it using a piece of wire and some pliers, right? So it's pretty straightforward. You can do this any way you want, limited space down in here. What you basically want to do, take a piece of wire like so, take a measuring tape, alright, and you want to work out more or less about, I'd say, I get maybe 2 inches on each one, right? So you want to put a bend there, bend there. You should get a pen and mark it really, but I'm a bit cowboy, so I'm just going to go without doing it. Right, let's start off. Where are we at? Right, let's go 2 inches, so it's there. What you want to do is go sideways, okay? Doesn't really matter about that loop in the end, right? Okay, yeah, bend. Alright, now, do is get this piece and completely flatten her out like that. Alright, and you're going to use a hammer to knock this in, okay? Yes. That applies to there. This is really straightforward. This is... Alright, and this time you want to go sideways to it again, and right angle, okay? Right, that's one. Then you want to come out, as big as you want to go really. I'm going to say about half of your height, yeah? And straight up in the air again like so. Alright, and you're going to repeat this process. Alright, I'm sure you can already see where I'm going with this. Right there, same little level. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, and around. And the little spanners there, if you can't use your hand, you can actually put the spanner on. Like so, and you actually use the spanner as a lever, yeah, if you need to. Don't bother with that. So once you've got it on that angle again, crush it down. Okay, so now you have two. Okay, correct. Yes. Pair of pliers. Alright, you're going to go straight out. I got it this time. A bit higher. Doke. Now you can straighten this up as well in a minute. You don't have to do it perfect straight away. So let's get a bit closer there, see where I'm at. Once again, about half the height. Up. Alright, make sure you've got enough wire too. That's probably another thing to do. Like I said, I'm a bit cowboy, so I'm just trying to show you quickly. Hard to watch the camera and do this at the same time, you know. Right, about there. All the way over this time again. And this is only going to be a 4. This is only going to be a 4. And remember, you need to pinch these flat, okay? Outside this again, like that. You want to use hard wire. This was an old bicycle basket, if you believe that, with a bracket sort of a thing for it. Right there. Right, yes. Oh, we're going to get away with it. How's that for cowboy? Yeehaw! And we want to go this way this time. Slightly off angle to the other. Right, so make sure, look, when you do this, because you've got to twist it out, so you don't want them absolutely square, because you're going to make it hard on yourself. Right there. All the way over. Okay. Bring it down. Right, this piece is going to connect to that if you need it to. Should have a bit more really, but anyway, this is what it is. Just bend her out like that. That's not a piece. Yep, there we go. Okie dokie. Right, so now what you want to do is into the correct shape. Right, you can push that through if you want and sort of strengthen it up. You really want it to be a good size, so you could, like I said, you have to do some experiments and find your way with it, but you want to get these pieces down crushed and flat, so let's do it with the pliers. I don't advise doing this actually, because it's probably going to knock your head off by squeezing something. So if you've got a vise, it's probably the best way to do it, or with a hammer, and just knock them in together. So we'll just quickly do that and be back. Alright, so towards the end you should have something that looks like that. Alright, this piece here, maybe zip tie it, stuff like that, or get a little solder on there. But yeah, basically this should ghetto run, you know. Maybe use another piece of wire, wrap around it, tie it together so it's nice and sturdy, and then it does squeeze in a bit, but it actually makes it a lot easier. This was the first one I ever used. And let's put some bands out there for you, give you an idea. Preferred size 14s. Yeah. So 1 for 1. So I mean, this was the first one I ever used, right? And it was just made it life fun, because you really felt the appreciation of what you did. What have I done here? Oh, lighting's terrible on this. There you go, that's how I actually, the first ones. And this will, you'd be surprised how many bands you can put on this. You can actually really go nuts. And I snapped the elastic band. But anyway, you get the idea. So that's your real basic model of making up a 4-pin dolly. You can do a 3-pin, 5-pin, 10-pin, 8-pin, whatever you want. But make sure you use nice heavy gauge wire. I mean, that's good stuff. That is actually a bicycle basket in its previous life. So the rim of it. Anyway, there you go. I hope that helps everyone out.